Hitler's youth wasn't the same as yours or mine. He joined a secret society at a young age called the Thule Society, which is a brotherhood who worshipped an ancient civilization with extraordinary powers, much more advanced than 21st century humans. Hitler soon developed the notion that perhaps he was a chosen one to save Germany.
There's a number of reasons why Hitler was susceptible as a child to the occult. Firstly, he was beaten by his father as a child, and then he had to suffer his siblings' death. 3 of his siblings died, 1 at childbirth. His father suffered from bleeding lungs, as it was called back in those days, and Hitler also had a lung problem, which forced him to quit school when his father died in 1903, also due to his bad schoolwork. But one of the main reasons probably would have been his mother's death on December 21st, 1907. She had breast cancer, and the doctor, Jewish doctor who was looking after her, put her through some intensive and very painful procedures, and she eventually succumbed.
Then in 1933, Hitler took control of Germany, and around the same time he told his old Brotherhood mentor the first time he saw the Spear of Destiny, he witnessed extraordinary visions of his own destiny unfolding in front of him. Hitler then went on to adopt the Hinduist symbol for peace and turned it backwards to mean quite the opposite. This was later referred to as a swastika. Now to clear up, the Spear of Destiny is what the Romans used to make sure Jesus was dead, to which water and blood spilled out. The spear which was used to stab Jesus was believed to have mystical power, and whoever owned it could conquer the world, but losing it would bring its owner immediate death. The next stage in Hitler's master plan was invading Austria, because of his own vision of taking over the world, but also that the Spear of Destiny was located in a museum called Hof. With this knowledge, Hitler then stole the spear and sent it to Nuremberg, which at that time was the spiritual capital of Nazi Germany. Zero to 100 hours, 30th of April, 1945. The final days of the war are ahead after the long major bombing of Nuremberg. Not long after, a 7th Army American soldier came through and took the spear back with him to America, its new owner's home. Later that day, in accordance with the legend, Hitler supposedly committed suicide.
I think he's dead now, but I don't think he died at the end of the war, like it was reported. His body was never found at the bunker. And I think the world had just suffered such a traumatic event that it needed Hitler to be dead in order for the world to move on and the world to heal. So I think the reports of his death were made up in order to allow the world to heal. Because there were reports of an elderly gentleman who very much resembled Hitler being seen in Argentina, which were never followed up on. And a lot of Nazis did escape to Argentina after the war. So it's possible that Hitler did manage to escape his fate.
Or did he? Was there more behind it? Maybe a greater force like the Thule Society spoke of?